Well, it's the beer video, and you're not mistaken. It is a different day. I don't know. It's a different day than this normally goes up. It happens. We're not paying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think it was a combination of Matt and I had a movie date and a surprise visit from my mom. Well, sort of surprise. It didn't- but and we had stuff going on. You had your wrestling thing, you
Yeah.
know,
That
life.
didn't end until way later than I wanted it to. 'Cause I was like,
That's
it's 4 matches. It starts at 8. It'll be over by 11 o'clock. No, it was over at like 10 to 12. It was fucking long.
yeah. I stayed up playing Baldur's Gate about that late, but I think if we'd actually done it then, I would have done nothing but like talk about the very difficult boss battle that I had very good luck with.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. You know,
Uh,
40, I can still be excited when I beat a difficult video game boss with some smart planning.
I love it. Helen, I'm a little bit high. And I didn't, it's by accident. It's by accident.
Whatever. Whatever.
Oh.
Sure, bud.
So I bought some new cartridges last night, and I decided before the Royal Rumble started, I was like, I'm gonna take one hit and just enjoy myself during the show because I drink beer late. And so Jaden and Lexi were over, and so they were using the same pen, and they were like, "Oh, the it got clogged, like the cartridge got clogged." So I was like, "Oh," which sucked because I really like this one. Um, so I was playing around with it today, and I realized that like I don't know how I'm gonna be able to say this without sounding sexual, but whatever. The mouthpiece, I had to suck it out because it was clogged. That's what happened. But when I sucked it out, I forgot that I had lit up the pen, and I got a nice big yeah. So I took the dog for a walk. I mean, it was yeah, it was I'm not upset about it. I just didn't mean to do it. So I'm a little you know, yeah, you know.
I know. Yes.
I just wrote three. I'm Sunday night is my. This is Sunday night, by the way, everybody. I always do my writing for my site, and like I got three things written in like an hour. So and it's an indica.
I know weed strains even less than I know hop strains. So
Well, the indica is like the one that's like supposed to like kind of make you relax and settle down, whereas like a sativa is if you're trying to be active and if you're trying to be productive, like it's better to smoke a sativa because it gives you a little bit more energy. But I have anxiety, so that doesn't work for me. Oh well. Um, I know for a fact you go first this week because
I know.
the sticky note thing, it
Okay.
works.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm excited because I have a German style beer. I
Oh,
was mystery beer, but I peeked in the bag and it was like a really, really strong one. And I have stuck to this, so I decided to go with one I already had that is less strong.
yeah.
So it's appropriate because it's a German style here that I've got. And I've got my family heirloom beer stein.
Oh, you okay? You mentioned this. Oh, that's incredible. Wait, what is? Hold on, wait, bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah, 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 you bet.
Are those No, those. I thought those were dinosaurs. Are they wolves?
We got some boars here,
Oh, boars. Okay.
and some stags as
Yeah.
well. So
I got
I've been listening to A Song of Ice and Fire on audiobook. My semi-annual re-listen. And the boar actually is the heraldry of um the house, I think, that has like they're not like a big feature in any of the books, but it's like the house with my favorite slogan. It's House Crake Hall, which is and their words are none so fierce. So, like if I imagine myself as say a bastard daughter of Crake Hall, this is my family and we're beating up the Baratheons over here. Whatever, their whole family's dead by the end of the
Yeah,
series. So
because it wasn't it. Am I remembering this right? That it was a boar that did in Robert Baratheon.
yes,
Yeah.
you are well, a boar and some wine basically.
Well, yeah,
Like,
yeah. But he was on a boar hunt.
yeah,
Yeah,
and the boar gored him, and he died of sepsis, basically. Um, I always think it's funny when people are like, "Oh, there's so much bad stuff that happens in Song of Ice and Fire, like to women, etc."
yeah,
Like, if they wanted it to be realistic, people would die of dysentery. It's like, and like, I understand, not wanting to read like bad stuff that happens to women. Like, that's fine. But like, I don't think that's a good criticism because people die of stupid illnesses in those books all the time.
yeah,
They're actually not in Song of Ice and Fire, but in Fire and Blood, I think it is like there's a whole thing with like the Tully succession where like two guys in a row like die from like drinking contaminated water
yeah,
like on a campaign.
yeah. Used to happen all the
And
time.
also, fun fact, there are three members of the Tully family, like the in Fire and Blood that are named Kermit, Elmo, and Grover.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's
I was
incredible.
like, man, if we get to snuffle up against Tully, I'm gonna lose my uh,
By the way, I'm being rude because I am on my phone. I am trying to look up the name of my beer because I'm very confused by the can. I think I know what it is, but I'm trying to make sure.
all
So
right, well,
I am listening. I promise you I'm listening. I'm just trying to make sure that I know the name of my
that's
beer.
that. I may have to lunge out of frame, by the way, in a little bit because I've got some stuff baking in the oven.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I can just see to our
Okay,
pants.
that is
So
what
this
this is called.
is Klockow. We've had stuff from them before. I
Yes.
like them a lot. This
Yep.
is an alt beer, and I forgot to look up what that style is basically. So this is going to be a fun surprise. It's called Dusseldorf, Dusseldorf, and there's dwarf,
Oh, look at
right?
that guy. That's
And
awesome.
there's the Enterprise right
Yeah.
there. Oh, you won't get to see it, sadly, but I will tell you it is a nice amber color, which I think is
Oh,
how
yeah. I can see it like the beer pouring in from the can. I can see that.
yeah. Doesn't really fill it, but I mean, this thing is huge. This
Yeah,
is
it's a
big.
big Stein, for Christ's sake. I mean, yeah. I actually have a Game of Thrones Stein, so I should use my Stein. Let me see if I can get my assistant to bring up my Stein.
Mm, that's very nice. Um, very malt heavy, kind of sweet, like like it reminds me of this whole wheat bread I used to make with a ton of honey. So like kind of straddling the line between cake and bread almost, but in a beer.
I like a
Uh,
good bready beer.
yeah, I feel like I've spent a lot of time recently on kind of novelty sours. So it's nice to have a beer that just is trying to be a beer and not like a little umbrella fruit drink.
Yeah, yeah. Especially if you're gonna drink it out of a Stein. I mean, for Christ's sake, let's get serious. I'm so mad I didn't think to bring up my Stein. Fuck.
Yeah, this stein is very heavy and I keep thinking I'm gonna knock myself on the head with this lid, but this is a right proper drinking vessel. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. I got a beer Stein a few years ago for my brother-in-law that had like deer antlers on it. Oh, excuse me. I think it survived one drinking session before the I knocked the antlers off of the lid. It was very
That
disappointing.
it's a delicate part, right? I'm a little worried about the fox ears on this handle.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. That's a fucking great Stein. That is you know what? I'm not gonna go get my Stein because I'm embarrassed based on your Stein.
That's right.
Like
I
I said,
have a
mine's a Game of Thrones Stein.
superior stein. This is from before modern food safety regulations, so there's a good chance I'm drinking just a shit ton of lead right now, but
Yeah.
I
Hey,
guess we'll find that out if my teeth start falling out, but let's hope they don't. Uh,
a little lead won't hurt you.
yeah, standard solid offering from Klockow, I would say.
They're good. They're good. I like them. They're good kids. I've never had any of their beers, but I trust you. You've had a few.
Yeah, I think my favorite's still their what was it? Their smoked dark lager. I will buy whenever I see it. It
Yeah.
is I mean, the only the only smoked beer I've had that I liked better was Hammer Hearts, and since they are currently having a pause in production, I will take what I can get, and Clock a perfectly fine replacement.
Just think about how happy you'll be when it's back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've liked almost all the beers I've had from them. Even the one I think I had one like I wasn't really crazy about, but like I still appreciated the effort they put into it.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
yeah, just malt heavy, medium bodied, like sweet, but like kind of just carb sweet, not like obnoxiously fruit sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, not much else to say about it. Just a really good solid beer, like in a style I don't see a lot of because um people I don't know, I don't really keep up with trends so much, but it feels like kind of the lazy man's way forward in craft beer is either like really, really skunky IPAs, which I like once in a while, sure, or like kind of weird novelty sours, which again, I like once in a while, but
Yeah.
like sometimes if I go to a brewery and that's all I see, I'm like, man, that's why I like Klockow and I like Arbeiter, where Matt and I went last night before the movie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can get like that stuff, but you can get like these other styles as well. And like sometimes I want like a different tasting beer that is still like a beer and not trying to be a cake or a cocktail
Yeah.
or like anything else like that.
Let cake be cake.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, actually the one that might have drunk for this is a I think it's a coconut vanilla porter, which
Oh,
like those flavors go really well with porter. Yeah, don't get me wrong. And like I it's by a brewery I like, and I'm sure it's good, but it's still like, Jesus fuck, like how many coconut and or vanilla dark beers exist in the world?
I've
Like
lost.
give me beer, dark beer. I don't know, like you know what I would like? This is this is just like me spitballing here is like I want a brewer with the courage to do like a salted dark licorice porter or something.
I'll drink that. I don't like licorice, but I'll drink it just for the sake of it being different, and that's what we do here.
Yeah, apparently, like I'm kind of surprised that some Scandinavian brewer doesn't hasn't done that already. Maybe they have, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess like black licorice ice cream is a huge thing in like Sweden, for example. I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm not like it's not a flavor I'm particularly affectionate about, but I would like to see how someone would translate it to a dessert beer.
Yeah, me too.
I
That's
don't know, maybe everyone. I'm kind of bored with y'all.
yeah. At least it would be something different. Um, Shirts.
Yeah, okay, so I chose this shirt because I realized it was time for a call and I was just wearing my gross old pajama shirt. So I just kind of blindly stuck my hand in my t-shirt drawer and put on the first one I grabbed, which is my old Hammers of Misfortune shirt.
Yep.
Uh, I really like this band.
I love.
The album stretch for a while that I wasn't nuts about, but their last one was really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy. And the August Engine is still one of my favorite albums of all time. I like it really weird prog rock with like people that have been in a bunch of really good Bay Area bands. I think
Yeah.
it's like they share a lot of members with Ludacris, for example,
Yeah.
and probably some other bands I'm not thinking of right now.
Lord Weird, Slough Um, yeah, I can't. Yeah, and some others. Yeah, because I can't even remember who's in the band now. But yeah. I'm just wearing a cathedral shirt. It's a Forest of Equilibrium album cover. Some of my one of my this is weird. Here's the thing about cathedral. I've never really been into them. So I've been trying to go back and listen to them because I'm like, what am I missing? You know? And so it started to kind of work for me a little bit. So I was like, all right, I think I'm getting it. I'm getting interested. And then Earache, like right around Christmas, had like this, we're trying to get rid of all our shit warehouse sale, and this was $7. So I was like, I'll buy a $7 Forest of Equilibrium shirt. Why not?
God, yeah, they really have to make room for all the fucking blackberry smoke merch.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they putting out now? Like,
I mean, I don't know. Blackberry
I do
smoke's not my thing, but
that.
I think it's less offensive than some of the fucking new metal shit or whatever they're putting out. It's just a, God, that label went to hell.
Yeah, I do think it's funny. Well, like they seem to be mostly putting out like really bad like dad rock basically
Yeah, that.
now. And I like a good dad rock band. That's basically what Spirit Adrift are, and they're great. I even think Cathedral might fall under that umbrella, like
Good.
sometimes. But yeah, it's
Weird
just
dad
like
rock.
dog shit ass bands, like that's just like 25-year-olds in bell bottoms, like
Yeah.
uh, just the just kind of lowest common denominator nostalgia pandering, like hey, you boomers remember like when music sounded like this? Like we're like those bands you like, except we're not dead yet.
I'm looking up Earache Records just because we're talking, but I think the only band off the top of my head I can think of that is on that label that I like is Wormrot. Um, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean,
and Wormrot, God, it's so funny that they are a decent like grindcore band signed to Earache in the current era. I do think it's funny that Earache's social media presence is just like them posting death metal memes because it's like that's got to be awkward for the bands on their current roster because it's like, hey, remember guys when we like put out music that sounded completely different from this? Like that was great, wasn't it? It's like
yeah. Well, that's the funny thing because if you go and look at their website, when you pull up bands, it's just every band that's ever been signed to Earache. So you really can't find like what are the current Earache artists. You can't really find it. So I see what you're doing.
they had to like sort by bands that hate us now.
Yeah. Sort by bullshit. Oh well. All right. Anyway, my beer. And I got this off of my from my Tavor order. Um it's from Narrowgate Brewing Company. And this is where I got confused because it's supposed to look like a video game, like an arcade game screen. And it's called up, down, down, left, right, BA. I don't know why it's not BA start, but that's okay. But that's what it looks like. That's the can. Just looks like a little video game.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm trying to get it a little closer so you can, yeah, like the logo is supposed to look like the name of the game, and then there's your little cheat code right there. This is a three dry hops, or sorry, yeah, a triple dry hopped imperial India Pale Ale. 8.1% alcohol, I think is what it is. And where are these guys from? They are from, oh, where is your address? Missouri. So it's a Missouri brewery. Wouldn't be able to find it in Pittsburgh. And I'm drinking out of a Skeletor glass. So, close enough. So let's rip this open. Ugh. Ooh. Oh, it's lighter than I thought it was going to be. Oh, man, that's so citrusy. Oh, my God. It just smells like pineapple. So that's what we got. Nice little, murky. Yeah, it's like if you, I don't know, were drinking some weird things and you went to piss. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Let's just drink it.
I'm the first one to bring up the unhealthy pee appearance of a lot of hazy IPAs, so
Yep.
I can't judge you for using that.
Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is really nice. Ah, um, the pineapple scent I was getting pays off in the taste. There's definitely a pineapple taste to it, and it is. I mean, there's no pineapple in it. It's just I'm just getting that taste, but it is very tasty and very refreshing. Um, it's not bitter at all. Like for a triple imperial IPA, I really thought this was going to be bitter. Not at all. Um, This is again, I say this all the time when I drink bitter beers. Like if you're somebody who's not into them, and I know people shy away from IPAs for that reason, don't shy away for this one because this is not bitter at all. Nice and juicy. Um, it's just a goddamn good IPA. Look, I'm as bored of IPAs as everybody else out there. I bought it for the can. I didn't really buy it because it was an IPA. Um, but it's a damn good choice. This is God. Um, yeah, just really fruity. Um, the hops aren't completely in your face. They're there, but they're not overwhelming. Um, everything's just really well balanced. It's a very I would like to taste this on draft. I'm gonna have to go to Missouri, but um I'd just be curious to see what this tastes like on draft. I would imagine it's just as good, but yeah, this is fantastic. And plus the can's great, the name of the beer is great. Oh, I just realized that they have one dry hops, two dry hops, three dry hops, and then the little hop is choosing the three dry hops. So
Cute.
thumbs up to whoever made this can and this beer. This is yeah, if you like IPAs, seek this out. Just a great tasting beer. Uh, like I said, not very bitter, very drinkable, very refreshing. Um, yeah, really good. This is one of the better IPAs I've had in the history of the beer video. Uh, not trying to be hyperbolic or not hyperbolic. What's the word? Never mind. I'm not exaggerating. Very good beer. So I'd like to try some more from Narrow Gauge. If I can find more on Tavor, I'm gonna snap it up the next one I can find. So yeah, nice work, guys and girls, and people who don't identify as either. And maybe animals. Maybe there's some animals that are hanging out there. A
Yeah,
good
a good
bird.
brew critter.
Mhm.
Well, not universally true, but I don't know. I get that on a lot of breweries I like to go to. Had usually a cute dog hanging out.
There should be. All breweries should have a cat or a dog,
Yeah.
preferably both. You're looking for yours. Yeah, my we had to calm Brody down earlier because Andy was in the bedroom and she wanted to see him, and so she was pounding on the bedroom door, just pounding on the door. And it's like all she wants to do is hug him. Like she broke into the bedroom the other night and he was lying on the bed and she just went up and hugged him and was like licking his head, and he's screaming in terror because he doesn't want this to happen. But she just needs to calm down. She just wants to be friends with the cat so badly. And it's like, look, if you want to be their friends, you gotta fucking chill.
Brody, come on, girl, you gotta have a
I
steady roll.
I had to take Daisy to the vet yesterday, and Daisy cries and cries and cries when you put her in the crate. She just, this helpless yelp of a cry. Um, and Brody like was panicking. Like I don't know if she thought it was if she that Daisy was hurt or if something was wrong, but she was just losing her mind. And I'm like, oh, you care about the cats. And she came home. Like she's a little sneezy. So she's kind of got a little upper respiratory thing going on. And
Mm.
so I just wanted to go. I mean, she's okay. Um, but the problem is you cannot get a pill in this cat. I mean, I know that's the universal joke of like giving cats pills. Like who thought of this? Um, so instead they gave us these nasal drops that you just put like near her nose and she just breathes
Mhm.
in. So much easier. Yeah, Daisy, I mean she's always been a little bit of a sneezy cat, so it's not it's not it wasn't a shock. It was just like, all right, these sneezes are getting a little wet. We should go get you looked at. Yeah, so she's back home and I think she's already forgotten that she was there. I hope. I don't know. I can't think of anything shitty to talk about. Funny things happened. Donald Trump got uh pounded with a massive what a massive award he has to pay off to Eugene Carroll, so that's fucking funny. And on the exact same day, Vince McMahon got taken down finally. If you, well, I don't even want to get into this, but I'm just gonna say just read the lawsuit. If you are, if sex crimes is a thing that is a trigger for you, and fuck, I completely understand why it would be, don't look at it. Like, really don't look at it. I'm not making a joke. It's brutal, and I'm disgusted, and it's like real life Succession. It's just this animal who's running roughshod over a company. Everybody's afraid of him, and nobody will say anything to fucking stop this maniac. Fucking gross.
That's why I'm glad I stick with First Wrestling.
That's right. Yep. Yep. Effie will never steer you wrong.
I think I may have mentioned Matt and I were at an event of theirs where they spotted a guy who'd been outed as like kind of a serial sex pest.
Oh, yeah, I think he did tell me this. Yeah.
Yeah, it was what's his nuts? He used to go by Harmar Superstar.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
You, outside of Minnesota, you may know him for doing the theme song for the new Mystery Science Theater until like all this shit came out about him and they replaced it.
Hmm.
But anyway, they saw him in the audience and like the announcer actually got on the horn and was like, "Hey, dude, you've got to leave." Like,
I love it. That's great. That's how you do it. That's how you
then
get.
they're stupid squabbling about like, well, doesn't he deserve redemption? It's like,
Nobody
well,
deserves redemption. You have to show that you're worthy of it. I mean, can
yeah,
people change? Can people learn and become better people? Absolutely they can. But let me you've got to you have to
don't
demonstrate that.
deserve anything.
What's that?
Like he doesn't deserve anything. Like,
No.
I mean, after you've been like doing wrong for years and years, you have to kind of accept the fact that like some people are just never gonna like you.
Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, you did it, did it to
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah. Well, good for them. Good for them for outing that son of a bitch. And yeah, I love it. I'm glad. Um,
Yeah, and if you like quality wrestling, I don't know, I recommend following Devin Monroe, probably my favorite wrestler guy from
yeah.
First.
Yep.
Though it's a tough call. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting invested in their in their lore. I love it.
Well, Enjoy Wrestling is coming here in March, and it's a lot of not the same crew, but a lot of the same people from those shows. And it's like it's kind of the same thing. It's like a fucking super safe show to go to. Um, unless you're a fascist, if you are, or if you're somebody who does sex crimes like the asshole we just talked about, yeah, you're not going to be welcome. But anybody else, it's a good time. So I'm going to try to get to that show. It's at Mr. Small's, which is a music venue. But they've been doing shows there pretty regularly, and I haven't gotten to get out to one yet. So I try to go out in March.
Yeah, I think we were gonna hang out there at Migration Fest until
Sure.
COVID just fucked all our plans.
Yeah.
Oh well. Damn
Yeah.
it, Brian, I wanted to have a drink at the hotel bar with you,
I
but
know. I know. We'll get there. Maybe not Migration Fest. I guess that's not going to happen ever again, but something.
well, hey, I mean, we're still going to Roadburn. I think they've still got tickets available, so
I can't leave Brody with Christina will kill me. I will have my head cut clean off if I made that decision. So I like to keep my head, you know.
understandable.
It's the only head that I have regularly. I'm sorry. Um, it's been the beer video. It's Sunday night. I don't know. Maybe we'll put this up Monday as like a surprise Monday beer video. Uh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
you could upload at the same time as James Stephanie Sterling does, like Monday AM. That's what I look forward to on my commute. You know, listen to a wrestler rant about video games and then listen to us, I guess.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me think about that
All
one.
right.
I
That's
mean,
smart.
by the time this is posted, the decision will be made, but this is just me thinking. All right, well, hey everyone, thanks for waiting a day and go about your business. And if you see Vince McMahon on the street, punch him right in the fucking balls.
That's the least he deserves.
It's the least he deserves. I can't, my mouse keeps turning off, so now I can't turn off. I can't hit stop because there we go. All right, bye everyone.